Hey, what's up? Yeah, on the video, let's talk about some tricks and tips I did for my Instagram account. If you follow me there, already you know it's like I start to make it these reels strictly only in Spanish because why not? I'm from there, I'm bilingual, so I can speak the language pretty well. Uh, Probably this is not my first language, English, because have like kind of this accent. But the thing is like, sure, why not, And then I want to spread my knowledge and also my business there. Okay, so but I was thinking, hey, actually, I was thinking that, and also a couple of friends from here, from US, told me because they're asking me, hey, could you translate me what you try to say in this reels? Oh yeah, sure. And then I translate here, there like a couple videos, and then reels, I mean, and then they say, hey, bro, but these are pretty cool tips. And then that made me think, oh, yeah, you're right. Probably I can talk about in my YouTube channel because, as you know, my YouTube channel is so far strictly in English. But now, if you're Latin and then you're a new follower from South America, and then if you want to start to make videos only in Spanish, let me know on the comments below. Okay, it's up to you. If you subscribe, like this, share this, and also comment, and I see more comments in Spanish, probably I will make like a double videos, like a double feature. Um, so for example, if I don't know, if I review a plugin, I can make a version in English and also in Spanish. But it's up to you guys, okay? But so far, I will keep this only in English. All right. So, probably you'll see right now. So this is my Instagram. I have a bunch of info, pictures, and behind the scenes when I record, and also mixing. By the way, if you are not seeing my Instagram before, it's nothing about personal, so don't expect me to see pictures me sexy. No, I'm no. This is the thing is I want to keep this my Instagram the most professional, orientated about the main thing I do. So let's watch the first one, and then I will translate you what the hell I say in this first reel I did, okay? Hey, te voy a dar tres razones por las cuales no suenas como el artista o como la banda que a ti te gusta. Primero, presentarse al estudio sin saberse bien los temas. Aunque no lo creas, eso influye demasiado. Y o depender mucho que el ingeniero arregle esos errores en la edición. Aunque no lo creas, se siente y suena muy mal. Segundo punto, no investigar a fondo qué tipo de producción, o sea, qué tipo de equipos, qué tipo de micros, hasta qué tipo de speakers usaron la banda o el artista que a ti te gusta. Por ejemplo, los pedales, qué tipo de bajo, en qué afinación, muy importante, qué tipo de cuerda. Aunque no lo creas, todos esos pequeños detalles influyen demasiado. Y tercer punto, muy posiblemente la banda o el artista que a ti te gusta no grabaron con metrónomo y muy posiblemente no repasaron las baterías con triggers o samples. Si quieres saber más, comenta aquí abajo o conversemos por DM. Hey, te voy a Okay, let me stop this. So, what the hell? What the hell I say in that reel? So, this is like a tips, mostly if you're a new band or a band like I never record before in a professional way. Okay, so it's about like a three basic tips. So the first tip is gonna be like a show up in the recording studio already rehearsal, and every single bad member have to know their part because trust me, I saw this before in so many levels in so many bands. Excuse me. Well, no. Let me rephrase this. I saw this before. Here, there. Okay. But let me share an story when I was an assistant for my mentor, Kevin Brestin. This man came from another state, from New Jersey. They play everything, so they record all the drums, the bass, the guitars, and then when the solo came, so because they book it for 3 days, so that was like a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 3 day session. And then when the solo, parts came to record, that was a problem. So what happened? The band forgot to record the parts where the solo is supposed to play. uh, Kevin and I, we didn't know the band, we didn't know the songs to call, that kind of mistake. So we're like, bro, sorry, you have to re-record everything. At that point, this is not our problem. That was not Kevin's fault. That was their band fault. So that's the reason. Like I always say, hey, if you want to record with me or with some or with other people or with other producer, please be prepared. Came here with your son already know because you have problems on your end. Okay. Second point I said is like this is like a little more advantage, but but still, I mean, this is more advanced. That's the word. But still, it's a pretty cool thing to way to thinking eventually. So, for example, I don't say you have to copycat same sound of the band you want to sound eventually for or you're thinking of. For example, band A show up and they told me, hey, I want to sound heavy and violent. Bro, there's a bunch of ways to do that. There's a million ways to do that. Not million, but this is like a dozens of ways to do that. Okay. What if I choose the way to sound heavy and violent, but that way you don't like it? That is a miscommunication problem. That's not my fault because believe it or not, engineers and producers can remind. Sometimes we can't, sometimes not. Okay, but what happened there is a miscommunication problem, like I said before. So, but if you tell me, hey, I know the, for example, this is one of many examples. Okay, the guitar player show up and say, hey, all my riff is in bass. This is just an example. It's in bass of Carcass Headwork. I want to sound kind of similar, but I don't want to copycat that. Okay, cool. And then in that way we can like research for a little bit, and this is by memory. Okay, so far I remember how that kind of guitar tone sound was combination of PB 5150 plus a tube screamer plus cabinet was Marshall 1968 with T75s. Yeah, was only T75 speaker, but the thing is the producer for the album they combined two. So far I remember they take it off they took one on the back, the back of the cabinet. They take one and they glue it and make it a huge monster cabinet. I don't know if it's facing the speakers that way or one if it's. I don't remember that part, but I remember read this article in this magazine. So they put two cabinets in one, and then that's the reason how it's super special and sound, I don't remember what kind of mics, but you see, like we go directly. Okay, the sound is going this way or that way, so we can recreate something like that, and then on top of that we can, but for example, if you want to use a different kind of pedal, for example, the pedal you just saw, on the Rilla MXR, that distortion plus will be a different kind of tone in base of that, or super distortion boss, but that's a foundation of the sound, and then that's equal to communication. So if you communicating what kind of sound you want, I will work for you. If not, well, I can't remind. And the third one is like about the click track. Yeah, click track. So many people said, no, we love. I mean, so many engineers said, if you don't record with a click track, it's gonna sound bad. Maybe that's not 100%. Real. I saw this before so many times, and yes, this example I saw it in bands super top notch level, and also on bands like they start to doing this, in a proper way. Sometimes click track works, sometimes not. Okay. I don't want to say names, but there is bands I saw in the top level, they don't use click track. They don't use it at all. It's just feel. So the drum, but that goes to the first one, to the first tip. If you know the songs, if you rehearse every single day your songs, your drummer, or if you're the drummer, you build a natural tempo. You build a natural tempo of the song, and everybody follow you that. Cool, awesome. But depends, of course. There is some bands that require, no matter what, a click track. For example, super technical death metal bands, yeah, pretty sure they want to work and also record with the click track. But it's like a yes and no, depends. It's not 100% yes, it's not 100% not. So just it's just your experience. But so far I know, uh, dude, like icon albums, like for example, Raining Blood of Slayer or the Nevermind of Nirvana. Both tracks, everybody knows that those two albums have a million fans. Those two albums were recorded with almost with no click track. So they put that in your checklist, like maybe the next one I will record, probably they don't need a click track, but it's experimentation. Okay, so let's continue. Let's check it out, the next reel I did. Estas son las tres cosas que de repente tú haces mal cuando grabas a una banda. Primero, depender de la edición para tener un buen take. No, es la banda o el músico el que tiene que tocar al 110% para tener el mejor take posible. O sea, no tengas miedo de decirle, ok, estamos en 51, vamos. Segundo, exigir el uso del metrónomo cuando no lo necesitan. Si la banda toca bien al tempo natural del baterista, déjalos que hagan su magia. A veces el uso excesivo del metrónomo hace que se pierda el feeling de la canción o de todo el álbum. Y tercero, no corrijas todos los errores. Hay cierto tipo de errores que hacen que una canción tenga una personalidad distinta. Y quién sabe, de repente por ese pequeño error, esa canción se convierte en un hit. Si quieres saber más, comenta aquí abajo o conversemos por DM. Okay, so on the second reel, like another three tips, kind of similar to the first one. Well, so let's see. So the band, you as a band, you don't have to depend of the edition after you record. So if you make a lot of mistakes, please no, play it right, because when you start to fix a lot, at the end of the day, you can catch up those mistakes now when it sound bad. And then when it sound bad in that way, it's equal you are not a professional band. Also, you as a recording engineer, you do the same. That's the reason, like I said, don't be afraid to say, hey, take 51, rolling. You as an engineer, you have to put pressure to, hey, come on, you can record this well. Hey, do this again. But it's just experimentation, okay? Okay, and also, I said about the click track, pretty similar to the first one, so skip that one because it's pretty much the same. And then on the third point, I said don't fix all the mistakes either. This is kind of weird because on the first part I say, okay, they have to play right and don't depend of the edition after the recording process. But now I say, hey, but there is some mistakes are cool. Yeah, the thing is, sometimes some mistakes, not all, some mistakes add kind of personality to the song or to the album. Okay, sometimes. So you have to feel. It's more about feel and taste too. I don't know if you saw my last video when I talk about the Need 42s against the plugins, and then I said, oh, that was a mistake at the end of a song. So if you want to know what I talk about, so go check out the video because that is a perfect example. That was a mistake at the end of the song, but I really like it. So I remember the band wants to leave. They say, hey, let's just leave it, listen this, and then check this out. And then, oh yeah, you're right. That mistake is cool. Some mistakes are cool, so don't fix everything. So it's like remember, bands are humans. We are not AI. We are not cyborgs yet. Okay, so we are humans, and then when people listen any band, a very cool band, and you can listen those weird stuff. Those I know hips and there, but sounds cool. So you like people are related. Because, oh, cool, they are humans too. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. But it's about taste. It's about experimentation. Okay, so it's another tip for you. So let's continue with this. ¿Quieres grabar una banda de verdad? Pero haces caso a gente que ni siquiera ha grabado una. Estos son algunos tips para grabar a una banda de verdad correctamente. Saber qué tipo de música tocan de antemano. Por ejemplo, es muy distinto grabar a una banda que toca grindcore o una banda que toca rock setentero. Okay, entonces, bajo esa premisa, no vas a usar siempre los mismos micros, por ejemplo. Okay, so what I said there so far is like a... okay, this one sounds cocky, but it's true, I will put this example for you because you will understand me more. For example, you want to. This is what I do. Okay, so you want to learn how to fight Muay Thai because I train that. I go to the guy to say they have like he's a world champion, but I see like he always drinking. He always never trained. He's overweight. No, right? I don't care if the guy have a pretty cool YouTube channel with 1 million followers, but when you see in real life like bro, but you don't train, so where is your belt, No, get out of here. You're totally scam, and you're like I don't know, Probably you have some knowledge because you saw so many fights, but you really fought. You know where I going, right? So on the first part of that reel, I said like, hey. So you want to record pretty well bands, but you follow people like that doesn't record any album because true or not, probably I will receive a lot of hate for this, but it's true. These a lot of the YouTubers out there like they didn't record an album, a pretty, I mean like a real band, Sometimes I can catch it up, hey, but you using it actually it doesn't bad about it. If you want to review something, it's okay. But sometimes I see like people they say, "Oh yeah, I'm super producer," blah 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 blah, but they always put the plugins or the gear they use and using loops or fake drums. I using my own tracks. If you follow me from the beginning, I always using my own tracks and I always use the bands I record before. Of course, with their permission, duh. If I will take, I mean, I will have problems later with them. That's the that's the last thing I wanna have with my clients. I was, hey, can I use your tracks? Sure. Hey, can I use your mix for a video? Sure. Hey, can I use it? No, don't do it. Okay, awesome. It's fine. But yeah, so if you want to learn for, how to make albums, start to go, for example, go to your local producer who knows who can record albums pretty well. That's the best way to learn. Okay, so let's continue with this. Gente que ni siquiera ha grabado una. Estos son algunos tips para grabar a una banda de verdad correctamente. Saber qué tipo de música tocan de antemano. Por ejemplo, es muy distinto grabar a una banda que toca grindcore o una banda que toca rock setentero. Entonces, bajo esa premisa, no vas a usar siempre los mismos micros. Por ejemplo, un Audi D6 no va a sonar tan bien en la banda de rock setentero, va a sonar mejor para la banda de grindcore. Y un Shure Beta 52A va a sonar mejor para la banda de 70s. ¿No crees? Siguiente, no tengas miedo de usar el preamp del game más de lo normal. En este caso vas a tener una saturación, un color distinto y va a sonar no tan estéril al final. Acuérdate, en estos casos ese tipo de saturación es tu mejor amigo. Pero claro, ten en cuenta el gate staging cuando llega a Pro Tools. Y por último, animarlos / exigirles que toquen lo mejor de sí. Porque todo el mundo sabe que a veces los músicos son un poco flojitos, entonces hay que empujarlos para que lleguen a ese límite. Y cuando llegan a ese límite te toca con más feeling y cuando toca con más feeling el público lo puede percibir mejor y a veces que eso hace clic con la banda. Y nada, mi nombre es Jeff, ¿verdad? Okay, besides the first part, about like where or choosing which is the guy, for learn for, it's like okay, so after that I say this, okay, you need to know exactly which are your mics and in which mic will sound better. For example, if you record this grindcore band, probably the Audi D6 is gonna sound way better on the kick than the Shure Beta 52. But if you want to record a band who play rock, 70s rock, probably is the opposite. So it's not because a mic sounds cool always will sound cool always on every single band. So always keep that. The other thing is about the gain of the preamps, all the preamps right now on the market of any kind of audio interface sounds cool, but sometimes you need some kind of special character. That's the reason I have these preamps, these analog preamps, and then I'm not afraid to use another game. I'm not afraid. And then that's the reason I guess people like my raw mixes after they finish to record everything, because naturally sounds with body, with soul, because I don't care. I put, no, a lot, of course. I don't distort it, but I go where is the point. Okay, that sounds a little bit toasty, maybe a little less. Cool, that's the point. And also pay attention to the gate station. So, yeah, when you record bands in general, saturation is your best friend. And then on the third point, I say like, sometimes bands are like a more party, in that vibe, and say, hey guys, come on, we are working. Don't be lazy. Let's do this right. Let's do this very professional. Give me your 110%, because I give you right now my 150%. You know what I mean, right? So always versus that kind of work, that's the best way to do that, because but it's like I said, it depends. Sometimes the vibe is super well, and also in that vibe they play and record even better. But sometimes not. Like you have to see that, okay? But that's more with the experimentation. Yeah, but it's a pretty cool tip too. Okay, let's see another one and let's see what I said. Los equipos caros no son la solución. Ahora con unos plugins y con las interfaces de audio que puedes encontrar en el mercado puede ser maravillas, créeme. Además uno tiene que aprender primero cómo se usa un EQ y un compresor analógico. Acá en Estados Unidos he visto gente que tiene unos equipazos que tú ni tienes idea y no lo saben manejar, no lo saben usar. Y otros que son los peores lo utilizan solamente para captar clientes y al final todo lo graban por línea. Y esa es falta de experiencia. Recuerda, no es la flecha, es el indio. Un productor que sí sabe te puede sacar un soneazo solamente con unos micros, unos plugins, por suerte un Outboard Gear por ahí barato y te lo hace, créeme. Okay, on the next one, pretty much I said like sometimes you need super high-end gear to make pretty good records. Sometimes, okay? If you know what you do, I'm at this point of my career, I really don't care. Give me just like a decent preamps and then I will do the rest, okay? Even with a kind of cheap, decent mics, I will do the rest because I know how to put the mics. That's very important. Where the position of the mics in the mic selection, okay? And also I say like, there is a bunch of people. I see this before 2 times. Not here in Richmond. I saw that where I used to live in Northern Virginia, close to the DC area, okay? These people have a lot of beautiful equipment, but they don't know how to use it. It's just for like fishing clients. Hey, I have this preamp. Hey, I have this console. And then at the end of the day, they are recording through the eye. I saw it, and then it's true. I'm pretty sure you saw that kind of people too. And then just be careful, okay? Because those are very snake oil. And like, I said this before in one of my videos years ago. But remember, not because you have all this is equal if you're a cool producer, and then it's the opposite too. Not because awesome producers have all the tools either. Because remember, it's not the arrow, it's the Indian. Always remember that. It's not the arrow, it's the Indian, okay? Let's check it out. The next one. Estas son algunas lecciones que yo aprendí trabajando con Municipal Waste, con BAT, con Morbicon, inclusive con Joel Grind de Toxic Holocaust, en el estudio y en las giras también. Una de las más importantes fue cumplir con los plazos, o deadlines, como se le conoce en el mundo de la música acá. ¿Qué significa eso? Por ejemplo, solamente tenemos 2 días para grabar todos los solos de un álbum. Sí, hay mucha presión, pero se tiene que ser eficiente y que todo salga con una calidad a uno sin excepciones. Otra lección muy importante fue dejar mi ego de lado. Cuando trabajas con bandas top, a ellos no les importa de qué universidad haya salido o cuántos discos has hecho antes. Por ejemplo, ¿no? Si ellos quieren grabar todos juntos juntos y no por separado, así se hace. O si te piden grabar sin el metrónomo, el debate se acaba ahí mismo. Mantener tu boca cerrada es fundamental. En momentos de diversión está bien relajarse, pero cuando se tiene que trabajar, se tiene que trabajar. Recuerda, si quieren tu opinión, te la pedirán. Y por último, pero no menos importante, la atención al detalle. Siempre trata de anticiparte a las necesidades del cliente. Por ejemplo, a uno de ellos le gusta la sopa ramen, asegúrate de tener un restaurante cerca para satisfacer su antojo. Trabajar con este tipo de artistas grandes no siempre es diversión y fiesta. Cuando se trabaja muy duro, pero cuando se celebra a lo grande. Déjame saber en los comentarios qué piensas de esto. Okay, in that video, pretty much I said like about deadlines. When you're working with top bands, deadlines are very important because their time is their money. Because they pay you for the service. So, for example, like I said, we have only 2 days because any reason. For example, the band have to leave on Sunday for a tour, and the lead guitar player of the band can record the solos of the album for A/B reason, but he can only to do it. For example, okay, Thursday and Friday. Those are the 2 days they have to record all the solos for the album. So that's the deadline. That's the thing I learned when I started to working with bands, like I said, with bands like a Morbicon, Bad, Municipal Waste, and also working with Joel Grind from Toxic Holocaust. Okay, but not because I'm working with him in the Toxic Holocaust album, no, because I'm working with him as my master engineer in so many records, okay? So it's the deadlines. Deadlines are very important. Deadlines is one of the things that can separate the pros to the newest. To the new rookies. That's a better word. Okay, so continuing that example, so you have 2 days. It's a lot of pressure, yes, but you have 2 days. You can do it, and I did that before. Okay, it's possible. Okay, and also what I said, like yeah, that deadlines be professional. The other point I said, like, and then this is true. A lot of people asking me, hey, what is work? How is working with this band? Probably is party all the time. People who record and people who watching this and they record and working with pro bands, probably they will tell you the same thing. Most of the time it's not. Most of the time it's work, pretty like a hard work, 100%, 120, 150% work. It's not always party. Why? Because going to the point one to this reel, they pay you for working. They pay time for you working. It's no party there. But on the other side, when you finish the record, the party starts. but that party is not your goal. Your goal is to make a great record and also make it them looks great. That's the reason they pay you, in pretty much. Okay? So let's see another one. Estas son las 3 cosas que aprendí cuando armé mi propio estudio. Responsabilidad. Cuando tienes tu propio estudio, tú eres el único responsable. Si digo que empezamos a grabar a las 11 de la mañana, yo de las 8 de la mañana, yo ya estoy limpiando el estudio, ordenando todo, preparando la sesión en el Pro Tools, preparando el café. Además, esto es muy personal, ¿ok? Trabajar con resaca, con hangover o con la cruda no es muy productivo. Y sabes que tus clientes se van a dar cuenta. La segunda es sobre la eficiencia. Trabajar duro es importante, pero trabajar con eficiencia lo es aún más. Esto implica conocer tu equipo, saber qué micros usar para cada instrumento, navegar en el producto como si fuese el FIFA. Estar atento a los detalles es clave. Por ejemplo, si la guitarra suena raro, decirle al guitarrista que afine antes de empezar a grabar. Y por último, pero no menos importante, es la importancia de la inversión en el tratamiento acústico y en los monitores. Estos 2 puntos son importantísimos. No puedes mezclar lo que no puedes escuchar. El tratamiento acústico más monitores de calidad te van a permitir tomar decisiones mucho más precisas en la mezcla y así vas a sonar mucho más profesional. Dime qué piensas de esto en los comentarios. Okay. Estas son las 3 cosas que let me stop this. Well, about the reel, pretty much I saw like 3 stuff like I learned when I start to build this little studio I have, okay? So the first thing I learned is like you are the only responsible in the studio. In other words, if something happened in the studio, or when you're recording, or when you're mixing or editing, if something happened bad, it's your fault. My fault. It's not like oh my God, my dad, oh my God, my mom, the cat, the dog, the government. No, the fault is mine. All right. So and then what does that mean? Me, for example, like I said in that reel, if when I say, hey, the session started at 8 a.m. Saturday a.m. for example, at 8 a.m. I already wake up. You know, I start to clean the studio, vacuum, organize, feed my cats before they show up. This is like a personal example. Okay, what else? I start to make the coffee. I start to see all the cables. Sometimes I still to see cables the night before, just in case, because shit happens. Okay, and yeah, because in that way, when the band show up, everything's right and everything is ready to run the session. Because, like I said, you are the owner responsible, and then don't wait until the end to do that. And also, already have the produce session open with the name of the band, with the name of the session, with the date. Those little details, trust me, tell a lot from you if you are a pro or not. If you take care of the band, that's another thing. Like people start to 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 tell me, hey, thank you for recording because I feel like you take care of me. That kind of connection when you and the client is very important. Okay, it's very. I know this is business, but on the other side, this is art. You treat people, so they have the connection is very important as a producer and also as a band or client. Okay, so what else I say? Oh, and also this is another thing, but this is very personal. If you want to do it, do it. I don't care. Okay, but for example, I learned this 4 years ago. If I have a session Sunday, I don't party. The Saturday night, I don't party. And also, I don't hang out with my friends. It's two different things. Party and hang out is two completely different things. It doesn't have to be same. So I can hang out with the friends. I can hang out with a girl, whatever. But I don't drinking. I don't party because next day I have to wake up pretty early to work. Because remember, like I said before, they pay you for the service, so you have to be 100% focused on working. And and trust me, because I did this mistake when I started doing this. Your client will notice when you are hangover. They will notice immediately, and then it doesn't look good for real. For business side, it doesn't look good. What else I said? Oh yeah, efficiency. Like I said before, work hard, work harder, work harder. I grinding. I always give my 150% of everything. Yeah, that's true, but also be efficient. And then in that little example, I said, the dough I use is Pro Tools. Okay, I use Pro Tools pretty much with shortcuts. I say, hey, use Pro Tools as the same way you use, for example, FIFA or Call of Duty or the video game you play. I don't play video games, but I give you just one example, okay? So in that way, in your video game, all the things you do become like a second nature. It's the same with me. Pro Tools is the second nature for me, so I know what to do with the shortcut. Then it's more efficient, like this. And then bands, clients, they like that. Okay, so always like I remember that. And the other thing I learned when I opened this recording studio is acoustic treatment is not the best way to put money, to invest money. Forget about all the fancy gear you have in mind or the fancy gear you saw in my videos I have. And then I saw this, I said this before in one of my videos. The best thing I did was investment on the acoustic treatment and also on the monitors. That's the best money I invest so far in my studio. It's one of the best. Okay, there is another stuff here there. I'm pretty happy about it, but yeah, those two are the best. So always keep in mind that when you start to open your own studio. Okay, so let's see what else I have. No, that's it. Because the other reels are for more selling stuff. But those are the tips I have for you. So what do you think? Pretty cool, right? So tips for bands, tips when you are a recording engineer / producer too. And another thing, let me say thank you. Thank you, because now the channel is over past 1,000 subscribers. It's not monetized yet because I need more views. Okay, but So let me share, what comments I have, for you guys. So Simon through Audio Pro. Sorry, sorry if I say your name bad, bro. But let's see. This about the little clip I have for when I review the BCA compressor for Subtooth, and I remember in that video, hey, let's put against to the Universal Audio, the DBX 160, but that was on the fly. That was not a deeply comparison, but he said something pretty similar. Okay, he said so the Universal version seems muddier than Subtooth. We can say this is not a specific comparison, but we can understand the tone of the two compressors. Yeah, he's right. I don't remember his muddier because the other guy said and Attack and Muddier is the same. I thought it was the same. Anyways, I'm joking right now. But the thing is this, I don't care if you go to my video and say, hey bro, you do this wrong, or I think you do this wrong. If you say it in a polite way, bro, yeah, why not? Probably I'm thinking seriously to do a proper video about it. But if you show up and say, hey bro, you're not professional because this, that. Hey, you know what? Get out of here. I don't care. if you if you feel you can do it better, do it, bro, and teach me, and also tag me. If you tag me of the video, you say you can do it better than me. Awesome. I will. I trust me. I'm going to I'm going to learn for you for real. Okay. But yeah, so I hope you like these tips. I hope you like it, enjoy it, like I said, and yeah, please don't forget to subscribe, to join to my channel, to subscribe me. I said that before. I don't know what the hell's going on with my head right now. Too many drugs, guys. Please stop to sell drugs, okay? But yeah, that's all, guys. Bye. See ya.